August 23rd, 1987. It came down to a decision I had to make that weekend was I going to play in my first club championship or go down and help out on the farm around harvest time, which needless to say, that decision changed my life. What I was doing that day was doing some cultivating, and as I was maneuvering around the last pole, the cultivator shovel snapped the pole off. And not thinking about it, I stopped the tractor, jumped off the tractor, and I was going to move it out of the way. And I got close enough to it that the electricity jumped and hit me in the left hand. And when electricity goes into your body, it has to come out. And in my case, it blew out my feet, started my pants on fire that I was wearing some sweatpants. It blew out a patch around my heart about 4 or 5 inches. It blew out my head where my hat looked like it was shot with number 4 buckshot. And the last place it exited, it blew the end of my thumb off. In the ambulance on the way to Saskatoon, one of the tires that was on the ambulance went flat on us, and we broke the bead on the front left tire and lost control, and then the ambulance started to flip. And the last thing I remember when we made the first pitch, the nurse who was looking down at me, she went over my head and I went to the roof of the ambulance and everything went black. And I think in about 4 days, I became septic, gangrene, and started to set in on the limbs. There was no circulation, started to poison me, so they basically said they had to cut my limbs off or I was going to die. When you're faced with these kind of situations, it's stressful because you see yourself as this active person that had all of his limbs and extremities, and there was nothing that you didn't think you could do. I think it was more pain and sleeplessness and the stress and a lot of the stuff that happens that you're going through at that particular period of time. It just builds up to a crescendo, and it caught me at the point where I said to myself, why the hell am I doing this? I had a 30-30 out one day. I was ready to do it. I was ready to kill myself.
Our kids always say, I thought we were your favorites, now I don't anymore.
And then, for whatever reason, in my sane mind, or coming back to the point where I could rationalize, well, I got 2 children, I got a wife, I got, that's an easy way out, but it's not an option.
When the doctor told me about the amputations that he might have, first thing that came to mind is that, how is he going to golf? Because, that was something he loves to do, right?
I was so infatuated with it. I was thinking about that a lot while laying in a hospital bed, counting cracks on the ceiling of an old hospital. But that was the thing, like hockey, skiing, squash, racquetball, all those things that I love as well. Riding bikes, running, all those things. They were nothing compared to golf. And what golf became was a hell of a rehab for me. Hell of a rehab.
He got into the accident in August, and I think it wasn't even a year and he was out golfing.
And a lot of people think this guy should be turning pro already, and I probably would agree with him. Bob McDermott, one of the best amputee golfers in the world. Bob, thanks for coming in.
My first club championship that I won in Belvedere in 2003 has a special meaning because the day that I went out and played that championship, 2 of the guys I was playing with, I remember saying to them, somebody's going to go low. I was 7 under and 2 holes left, and it's a 430-yard par 4, and I hit the damn thing in the water right. And believe it or not, got up and down, got a bogey out of it, and parred 18 for a 65. So that meant a lot just to give for confidence level, because I won 03, 04, 05. I had a 3-peat of club championships in the men's division. So that was probably one of the ones that was most significant. But winning some of the amputee tournaments, the nationals in Ireland and Canadians, and I've won a couple senior championships in the U.S. Division, and I won a couple gold medals. So those are all important. But when you're playing in able-body events, there's that little extra special feeling that you get out of it where you're playing against it. I think maybe it just makes me feel more normal. I don't know. I look back at where I went from a 7 handicap back up to probably a 28-30. maybe even higher, 36. But to get to the point where I got back to where I was started to play to a 5 handicap as an amputee, and then to 3, then to a 0, that was phenomenal. And to win the championships that I've won and the records that I've set, to think that I would get to that level, that was the bonus. All I wanted to do was play golf again.
He practices a lot in golf, and that's why he's as good as he is. And everything he does, he wants to be the best. And I think that's what makes him strong.
Golf is so much like life to me. It's having that good grip and good posture and all the other things that are affiliated with the basic fundamentals of golf. And if you think about your own life, how many days do you get up to where everything just happens the way you want to? I mean, how much fun would it be if everything was just get up and everything came to you every day and you didn't have to work for it?
Well, I think you got your wish.
There's a certain amount of the juices that are flowing through your veins that are is something that when I lose that, I'll probably quit playing golf. I'm guessing, or won't be as competitive for sure.